dating in your 30s right now, you must have a plan. Whether that is putting your intentions out there on your dating profile or bringing it up on the first date. I know this can scare off a lot of men, but that's the purpose here. We are wanting to because we don't want to entertain time wasters. The truth is, we don't have heaps of time. We do have an expiration date on our fertility.
Yeah, it's funny how these women, it's not until they're in their mid-30s that they're flipped out and panicking about the fact that they are losing their ability to have children, right? And now they're in, frantically, they're in desperation mode, trying to find anybody who will fit the suit, who will marry them off and start the family, right? I've said this before, that you guys, if you ever date a woman in her early 30s, you will never come across another age bracket of women. Usually they're early 30s, like 30 to 35, that age bracket, where their only focus at that point is getting married, getting pregnant, and having a family. They are just scattering to find just almost anybody who fits the bill, right? With a decent job, who will stick around, and who they can reasonably get along with to start a family with. I mean, that from like 30 to 35, they are just in such panic mode. And this is why I tell you guys, stay away from those women, especially if you don't want to have a family yet, because that is their priority, right? And it's not a good look, and it's hard to feel bad for these women when you just had 12 years to get this done, where you don't, if you just planned properly, if you just cast in your chips sooner, right, you wouldn't be in freak out mode now, right, where you're in sudden death overtime and you're just trying to get one in the end zone before the game is over. So it's always funny to see this, because these are the same type of women that were watching, freaking Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg talk about how you have all sorts of time. Chelsea Handler, oh, you have all sorts of time, girl. No rush. Get your degrees. Go get that, that high-paying 6-figure salary job, and then you could go look for the man. Well, see what's happening to these women, right? They are just in total panic mode because they know that time is of the essence. And now all of a sudden, after wasting their entire 20s on the wrong men, and college and traveling the world and going to nightclubs and getting drunk and doing drugs and whatnot, now they're ready to get serious. But now the pressure is on you, mister, as a man. Pressure's on you. Don't waste my time. Hurry up and marry me and get me pregnant so I can have my family and complete my dream. It's like, hey, that's not my fault that you didn't get this done sooner. Okay, this is on you, man. Right? This is a you problem, not a me problem. Because as a guy, we can have kids all the way up until we're almost 6 feet under. Right? We can have kids till we're like 90 years old, man. There's no rush for us. And for most guys who are in their 30s, just based on observation, these guys are not looking to have families if they're still single in their 30s, right? This is why I tell these women, the time to do this is in your early 20s. You find another guy like yourself who wants to have a family, wants to settle down, wants to have kids. Believe me, that's the time to find that guy. But if you wait 10 years, the only guys that are going to be left over in your early 30s are guys who are not looking to get married, not looking to have families, but they rather continue to stay out there and grind and hustle and make money, build their careers, build a new business, a venture. Those are what those guys are looking to do. I know, because I was one of those guys. I was like one of the few guys from my class that was still in my early 30s, and I was single. And the only thing now in my mind at that point was making money, right? I just wanted to get rich. I wanted to get successful. I was not looking to settle down anymore. However, in my early 20s, I was, right? In my early 20s, a couple of girls I dated back then, I was crazy about, right? I was still blue pill. They ended up dumping me for that. I get it. But I would have married those girls, right? I would have married those girls. That was the time to get me. But once I hit my 30s, I was like, it wasn't important to me anymore. I wanted to go make money. And then I started to realize like women were coming to me. Dating became much easier. That's another thing for guys in their 30s. You gain more options, which makes you want to settle down less because now you have the options that these women did in their 20s where they did not want to settle. But here she is in panic mode because she did not plan accordingly.
I want you to think about yourself like you're a ripe avocado. You're that perfect softness that is just ready for guacamole. Just
What?
Imagine a man already has these tortilla chips ready for you.
Tortilla
ready
chips?
to meet you,
Tortilla.
ready to eat you. That's how I want you to approach the dating scene. You are at this perfect age, you are in this perfect body, ready to meet that match you have.
No, you're not in the perfect body anymore in your mid-30s, honey. That time, you're a decade too late here.
The tortilla chips to your avocado.
Why does she? Is that how they say it over there in the UK? Tortilla? It's tortilla.
He shows signs that he is not ready for the tortilla chips to your avocado, then you need to dismiss him and find the one who is ready with the packet waiting.
No, your best bet, ladies, and I'm going to give you some free advice here. If you want to get married, if you're in your early 30s right now, time is running out. Time's of the essence, like she is saying, and you want to find somebody to settle down with you. You're not going to find them in your age bracket of 30 to 35 if that's your age. No, you have to go at minimum 10 years older to 15 years older, if not even older than that, because that is where you're going to find a sweet spot of guys who will be like, okay, she's in her early 30s, I'll do it, right? I'll marry this girl. And you better hope that those guys did not find the red pill yet, because if they have, then they realize their value, and they ain't gonna settle for no chick who's like over 30, right? If they're on 33 Secrets, they're gonna be like, nope, M told me never date a woman over 30. She's DG, right? So just find yourself a moderately blue pill guy who's about 10 to 15 years older. That will be your best bet. If you try to go for a guy who's between 30 and 35, he's not going to stick around. He's just going to like waste the rest of your youth and have sex with you and never put a ring on the finger, because again, you missed the boat, right? You missed the parade. That time is gone. And I'm just giving you pretty solid advice here what you need to do. Go for an older guy. Okay, next clip.
Hey, do you want to hang out tonight? Yeah, sure. What time were you thinking? I gotta run home real quick, so why don't we meet up around 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock? Yeah. PM? Yes. Tonight? Yes. On purpose? Yeah, I was thinking that maybe we can get together at 9 since it's early in the night. That's considered early? Listen, just come on over and then we're gonna meet up with my friends. They said the door opens around 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock? Yes. PM? Oh my god.
Yeah, this is something you'll notice too for these females in their 30s is guys are no longer wanting to take you to dinner. They're no longer wanting to show up early, and they're no longer wanting to be seen in public with you, right? So the only times these guys are going to come over is after 9 o'clock, and even 9 is a bit early. I would say usually past midnight is usually when these guys will come over, and there's really nothing to do at midnight except for one thing, and that's the only time they're going to come over. So even this guy saying he's going to come over at 9 p.m., there's not a whole lot to do at 9 p.m. You can probably watch a movie and do the deed, but he's not taking you out to dinner. He's not buying you gifts anymore, because why? That time has passed. He knows that you are no longer the buyer. Okay, he is now the buyer, and you have taken on the role of the seller. If you're still single in your 30s, and that's why her caption here says dating in your 30s be like, because she knows, and many women who are her peers relate to this.
Women in your 30s, stitch this TikTok and tell women in their 20s something that...
Don't try and be the chill or cool girl to attract men, because the only type of men that attracts are manipulators and losers.
Okay, it's not being chill and cool that is attracting manipulators and losers. It's you, okay? It is you, and you. Because even if you weren't those things, you would still attract those same guys, because as the old saying goes, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are.
Because they smell it, and they sense it, and they take advantage of that. You will get walked all over, because I did this all through my 20s, and I wasted so much time with so many lame-ass men. If you want to be high maintenance, go be high maintenance. If they think you're too much work, Tell them to go find less. You deserve the best.
With that attitude, right? That same attitude. I mean, she's got. You could see this chick coming a mile away with the lips. Here we go again, guys. The lip injections here. She's got these inflated to like 430 psi. These are like 4 to 5 times her normal size of lips. Maybe it could be these things that are tipping guys off. That like, hey, this chick is not value. I shouldn't treat her with value. She does plastic surgery, and I will treat her as such because those chicks are usually insecure, have low self-esteem, hate themselves, and they will put up with all sorts of nonsense and mistreatment and abuse from guys that they date. So it's not being cool and chill that is bringing these like bad men in. It's you. It's you. It's your personality. It's the way you are. You're just attracting guys who are like you, right? That is all that's happening at the end of the day. Just like when I was, getting in a lot of trouble, wasn't being the best person in my 20s. I was attracting people like me, right? They were hot, but they weren't the best people. Whereas now, I'm pretty proud of most of the women that I've dated. So they've been good people for the most part. But this chick, you attract what you are, not what you want. As always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. As always, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell for me as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm, right? And for you guys who want to support my work, all you need to do is just jump into 7 months of mastery below. Click that link below. Right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me. Click the link below. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now. And I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.